Break Beyond here to give you the 5 biggest squat mistakes.
Oh, you see my ocean.
If, for some bizarre reason, I were forced to only implement one weightlifting exercise for the rest of my life, I would choose a squat. It is the king of all exercises. It trains your quads, hamstrings, glutes, core, and lower back all in one movement. In reality, the biggest mistake many people are making is not squatting altogether, and I would strongly encourage any individual, no matter what your chosen sport or fitness goals involve, to implement squats into your respective programs. Mistake number 1, failing to squat deep. The age-old question of the squat is, how low do I go? In order to train a muscle optimally, it is necessary to ensure that the muscle is fully contracted and fully extended when performing the movement. Doing this will allow the muscle to be trained through its full range of motion. So to achieve maximum results from squatting, you should go low enough whereby your hamstrings are fully contracted. This will usually be a significant distance below where your knees are parallel. However, if you are not capable of achieving that depth while maintaining a straight back, I would advise you to go as low as you can before your back begins to round. Mistake number 2, using an inappropriate weight. The fundamental reason why weightlifting builds muscle is due to the fact that tearing down muscle fibers results in growth and development when the muscle recovers. It's important to be aware that a muscle doesn't know the objective amount of weight it's lifting. It only knows the level of stress it's being subjected to. Therefore, using a weight that is too heavy will not produce greater muscular development, as you will compensate by using momentum in unsafe form. On the other hand, using a weight that is too low will not maximize the amount of stimulation the muscle receives. In order to stimulate the muscle optimally, you must use a level of weight whereby you can perform 6 to 12 repetitions of the squat with perfect form. You must also be able to control the weight and focus on contracting the target muscles at all times. Mistake number 3, failing to warm up effectively. The squat may well be the most demanding exercise there is. As a result, an effective warm-up routine is vital to maximize performance and prevent injury. A pre-squat warm-up routine must accomplish 3 things. First, it must pump up the targeted muscles in preparation for the working weight. Second, it must improve your flexibility. And thirdly, it must prepare you mentally. In order to accomplish these goals, you must first stretch out every major muscle group involved in the exercise, followed by at least 3 warm-up sets to gradually build up to the working weight. Repeating a near identical routine over and over before every squatting session will prepare your mind for the challenging task at hand. Mistake number 4, rounding your back. Allowing your back to curve while squatting will subject your lower back to a huge amount of stress and result in a significant risk of a herniated disc. In performing any exercise, including the squat, never lift with a round back. The number 1 reason why lifters are unable to squat deep with a straight back is due to tight hamstrings. A huge amount of modern day life is spent sitting, and this allows our hamstrings to become very stiff over time. I would strongly suggest stretching your hamstrings at least 3 times a week, and particularly in your warm-up routine before squatting. Lack of glute and ankle flexibility can also be major contributors to the inability to maintain a straight back when squatting. Also make sure to keep your chest up, your back locked down, and your abs tight while performing the movement. Mistake number 5, allowing your knees to cave inwards. There are 3 main reasons why allowing your knees to cave inwards will hold you back from performing a perfect squat. Firstly, it reduces your ability to achieve depth, as your back will round significantly more than it would if your knees were pointing outwards. Secondly, it will result in further disproportionate weakness of your abductors. And thirdly, it will reduce your stability by shifting too much of the load forwards, and it will put a large amount of stress on your knees. In order to fix this problem, you must use a low enough weight whereby you can comfortably allow your knees to point outwards while squatting. Training your abductors with isolated movements along with improving ankle flexibility will also help address this issue. There's no denying that squatting on a weekly basis is a huge challenge, but stay consistent and you will absolutely reap the rewards of your hard work with massive strength gains and muscular development. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page below, as we release new videos on accelerated learning and fitness every week. This is Break Beyond, and I'll speak to you soon.